This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Yes.
Hello, Betsy.
Hello, Marcy.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing? I thought we were going to go full on British the entire episode.
Well, there's always now.
There's always now. England is very spooky.
England's very spooky. I was going to ask you, we're just traveling. Did anything spooky happen in your travies?
No, I was in Central Coast of California visiting my sister. They did tell me about this really fun old hotel they stayed in Paso Robles or whatever. And they said it was a really great hotel with like a fun big steakhouse, like really cool and old. And then apparently it is haunted. But nothing happened to them. Nothing spooky happened to them.
I mean, when we went to Musso and Frank's last week with our pal Michael McMillan, I'd never been, and we asked the bartender if it was haunted, and he kind of just rolled his eyes at us.
He's funny. I liked him. He's like 97 years old now.
I know. He was like, "Who do you think is serving you right now? I'm a fucking ghost."
Yeah, it's me, ghost. Where it's like, I bet he's been there for like so many. He was cool, but yeah, it kind of gave us nothing. We all laughed very hard, and then I looked up some stuff. Rudolph Valentino's ghost hangs out by the phone booth.
Who else did you say? Marilyn Monroe?
I think Marilyn Monroe. You name them.
They're there.
They're there.
And we saw Bette Midler and Bruce Valanche.
We really did.
We did.
That was wild.
Yeah.
In real life, we saw
IRL.
them. IRL. I do have something to push that spooky.
Oh, good.
That I really enjoyed. The First Omen. The movie The First Omen.
You just saw it? How it was great?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
What a treat.
It's fun. It's spooky. It's great. It's like fits right into like the original Omen. It's awesome.
That's great. You love to see that happen.
Really do, because I was excited for it, but also very ready to be like eyes rolling. Like, what is this gonna be? It was great. The girl who's the lead in it is excellent.
Yes.
It was a blast. If anybody out there is looking for a fun new spooky, check it out. It ruled.
Check it.
Check it out.
That's fine. I've had nothing.
Anything spooky?
Only just like the energy. It's not spooky, but like I feel like the energy has been wild since the eclipse.
Oh, right. My computer was being weird for a while. Yeah. And now it's done being weird. And it was only around the eclipse that it was like, I'm not going to work correctly.
Yeah. So that's been like the only thing.
Do you feel it's like shifting now, though? Like it's easing, like does it feel like it's, I don't know.
I feel like I've heard astrologically that this may go on. We're recording this a week ahead, guys, but I've heard that like by Friday this should be like donezo. So.
Everything should be okay.
So by the time this is out, everyone
we'll be fine.
There's no one to blame but yourself and Mercury in retrograde still. But other than that,
which is constantly happening, so I think we can no longer blame Mercury. It's always happening.
I mean, it does happen 3 or 4 times a year for sure. And
does it last for like 3 or 4 months, so it's just year round?
No, it lasts for like 2 to 3 weeks though. So
it feels like it's always happening.
It is. Well, when it happens, I'm always bringing it up because I like to warn people, cross your T's and dot your I's.
Cross them, dot them. Cross your I's, dot your T's.
Well, hopefully we don't have any, I'm going to knock on wood, technical issues. So.
I know. I mean, everything's looking pretty good. My computer wasn't all weird when I was getting on Zoom and stuff.
Thank GERD.
Well,
should we just get into some listener stories?
I think we should.
Okay, I have one pulled up, and it's titled Ghost Matchmaker with a silly little emoji ghost.
Funny. Okay. Ooh.
Right. Hey, Betsy and Marcy, longtime listener, first time caller. Love you both so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My story starts in middle school in the early 2000s. I met a student named Carl. A kid named Carl?
A kid named Carl? That's like a kid named Donna?
Honestly, no. I guess our friend Carl Tart would probably
Carl Tart was once a kid.
And he would have been in the early 2000s. He probably would have been.
He would have been in middle school.
You met Carl Tart.
Be honest, is that our friend Carl Tart?
Is this about Carl Tart? I met a student named Carl on the sidewalk in front of the woodshop classroom. We didn't have any classes together, but we immediately clicked. I told him right then and there he was my favorite person. Wow.
Cute. Middle school's a wild time to be alive.
I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
That random encounter was the beginning of a deep friendship between us, and he became my best friend in the world. He was hilarious and was practically a local celebrity due to his charismatic, mischievous personality and his big heart. He loved spooky stuff as much as I did. It's hard to explain how special he was to people who didn't get a chance to meet him. But he was pure magic. As we got older and got busy, we didn't talk as often. But when we were 21 years old, I ran into him in our hometown. We had a great time catching up. Just a few weeks later, I received news that Carl had passed away in an awful car accident.
Oh no.
God. Grieving his death was extremely difficult. His parents invited me to speak at his funeral in the school auditorium. He was so loved. It felt like the whole town showed up that day to honor him, and it was standing room only. After his death, his friends spent a lot of time at his parents' house, sharing memories and grieving together around the campfire. That's when I started talking to one of Carl's friends named Jeff. We ended up going on a few dates. He was great, but I knew he wasn't the right match for me, so I broke things off pretty quickly. I was living my single gal life while grieving a huge loss, and I decided I was going to stay single for a while. For a long while. Sorry, long while.
Long while.
A couple of years later, I had a dream. At first, it was a normal dream with random dream stuff happening. Like you can't find your keys.
I love that. Or like trying to text and it's just really hard to move your fingers or whatever. I had one of those last night where I was like, why can't I text what I need to text, man?
Yeah, I'll have like dreams from like, I'm really annoyed with a man at the grocery store.
Dreams are real life, Marcy.
They are. Suddenly something shifted and everything became vivid and crisp. I was outdoors in the dream, and off in the distance, I saw Carl sitting on a grassy knoll in the sun. I was aware that he had passed away in real life and was shocked to see him. I could sense deep in my gut that he wasn't supposed to be there. It felt like he was breaking some sort of rule by coming into my dream.
Whoa,
I walked over to him. He seemed stressed and seemed like he didn't have much time. He cut right to the chase and told me, "You have to date Jeff." And I was like, wait, what? Jeff? No, I don't like him like that. He got frustrated and said, "No, you're not listening to me. You have to date Jeff." The dream abruptly ended. I felt really confused because I had no interest in Jeff. I ignored that strange dream and went on living my fun single lifestyle. Now, this next part of the story is a bit of a spoiler, but right before I had this dream visitation, I had gone out with my friend for her 23rd birthday, and some random guy hung out with us and bought us Jell-O shots. He was cute and fun, but he was not my type at all, and he was similarly determined to stay single after he had his heart broken in a previous relationship. We stayed connected after that night and grabbed dinner together soon after. He was helping me climb over a bench at the restaurant and put his hand on the small of my back for a second to help steady me when I lost my balance. I swear to God, the moment that he touched me, it felt like the earth stopped spinning. I thought, what the hell was that? Despite both our best efforts, we soon fell in love. And you guessed it, his name is Jeff. Oh,
whoa.
fuck.
I got chills.
Me too.
Like head. Whoa.
Okay, we'll get there. I have so many weird questions. Okay. A month or two after we started dating, after we started seeing each other, I suddenly remembered the dream. Holy shit.
Whoa.
Carl had been telling me to date this Jeff, not his friend Jeff.
Oh, God.
He was such an afterthought right after we'd met. I didn't even make the name connection at the time. I was massively afraid of commitment and tried to find any excuse to run early on in our relationship. But when I got scared, I remembered Carl's words and thought, why not? I'll give this a chance. 10 years later, we're 33 and we're more madly in love than ever. Jeff is an incredible man. We've been through a lot of challenges together. I was diagnosed with breast cancer at 25 while I was halfway through my grad school program. Oh my God.
Oh man.
No, absolutely not. Why are young people getting cancer? No.
And my doctor, I'm like, I want a mammogram. And my doctor's like, wait until you're 40. And I'm like, but I know people who are younger than me getting it.
I mean, that's the thing with, like, I was talking about a few weeks ago, the colorectal cancer. Apparently, guys, IBS is a really big symptom.
Well, I don't have IBS.
Yeah,
so
I'm not saying. I'm telling I'm on Zoom with you.
Quit looking at me over the computer, man.
Look, I'm just saying shitting a bunch after Taco Bell is one of the biggest symptoms. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, sorry. That's so scary. He supported me while I had a mastectomy, many other surgeries, and chemotherapy. I don't know if I would have survived without him. We've been so lucky to have this once in a lifetime fairy tale kind of love. We are planning to start a family soon. I'm so grateful that Carl never lost his rebellious streak and broke whatever cosmic rules he had to break so that he could come visit me from the other side and tell me my future. It was especially what I needed to give Jello Shot Jeff a real chance.
Jello Shot Jeff.
Sincerely, Alyssa. P.S.
Wow.
I didn't even make this connection until I wrote this email, but Jeff made a big, unexpected career change a few years ago. He's now a woodshop teacher.
Dear Lord.
Wow.
That's too wild.
Wow.
Whoa. Dude, wow. Wow. Holy shit. This is so nice. And so just like in this story, like coincidences are not a thing.
Yeah. Wow. Do you think that when Carl visited in that dream,
he was trying to push his friend?
Well, that he had just he'd only been passed a note. And so he just read it and was like, okay, I got this. I know who Jeff is.
I got this.
But it was like,
you gotta date Jeff.
Yes. He's like, I don't see the future. I just read the news and then the blotter.
Yeah.
And the blotter.
I don't know which Jeff or that is such an incredible story.
Wow.
And especially for like both like her and Jello Shot Jeff to be in a state where they're like, I do not want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's an incredible story. And man, that's a really good story.
That's a really good story.
Fucked me up in a nice way, you know?
Yeah. Right now we're in the midst of Coachella, right? Did you see? We probably haven't seen clips because we're traveling. But Sublime played, and now Sublime is fronted by the lead singer's son, who's now the same age he was when his dad passed.
Whoa. And he like sounds like him and everything?
He really does, but it doesn't sound like an impersonation. It sounds like, oh, that's just like genetics working.
Wow.
I think his name is Jacob. His dad was Bradley. Sublime. It's such a, and the band is like, the band came back together for him because they had been, some of them had been touring with, it was like called Sublime with Rome, and there was another guy who was fronting the band, but now it's like so cool that it's like his son, and it feels like very much the spirit of Sublime.
Yeah. Wow. I got to watch that.
It's very cool. He like will every now and then go into a like a death metal roar though. That's like the only difference.
Yes.
But he's
like, I'm good at death metal roars. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but he also has that like really pretty high, like, because that was check out old Sublime, guys.
Wow. Amazing. That was a really good story. I got one. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, this is called Final Goodbye from George.
Final Goodbye from George.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. I'm a longtime listener, 5 years. Oh, thank you. And I finally decided to write in. Sorry, but this might be kind of long. It's all good. That's good. Hey, it's not too long. I just lost my dog, George, about 2 weeks ago. He was a 13-year-old Rottweiler Lab mix and had sadly become too old to be able to walk anymore.
Poor buddy.
While my wife and I said our final goodbyes to him, the vet gave us a jar of Hershey Kisses to feed him since it was the only time he'd ever get to have chocolate. Oh, that's so cute.
That's so funny, too.
And he really, that's so funny. Of like, here, like all the stuff, give him some grapes, give him
some avocado.
Some avocado. Yeah, let's just get him everything he can have. He really liked them, of course, and got to have 4 or 5 before we had to put him down. Ironically, Hershey Kisses are one of my favorite candies. Nice. After taking a couple of days off work to grieve, I came back, and as I walked up the stairs to get into my building, I saw a small balled-up piece of foil sitting on one of the stairs. I was running late for work, so I had to run inside and clock in, but then came back out to double-check. It was the foil from a Hershey Kiss. It still had the little paper with Hershey printed on it. Then after I went back inside for work, I found another little paper of a Hershey Kiss on the ground.
Oh.
I don't usually believe these kinds of stories when I hear them on your podcast. Sorry, everyone. Now I'll be more open-minded. But I immediately felt a sense of relief when I saw that the foil was a Hershey Kiss wrapper. I work at a nursing home, so there are a lot of snacks around my work, but I've never seen Hershey Kisses here in the past year that I've worked here. That's so wild. Like, you never see Hershey Kisses, like...
No. That's so cool.
And they're so specific. Like,
yeah.
Excuse me. That morning on my way to work, I had been thinking about how much it sucks when life has to return to normal after a death. It would be nice if we could just put all life on hold until we are ready to go back. I think George just wanted me to know that he's okay and that it's okay to let things return to normal. Sorry if this story was too long. It was not. But when it happened, I immediately knew I had to write in. I will try to write in again as I've had a lot of experiences, including sleep paralysis and a lady ghost who might have been invading my dreams until my wife used a Ouija board to talk to her about it.
She said, bitch, back off.
Bitch, you better back off. I'll spell all of that out. Thanks for all the years of laughs. I especially like listening to your podcast while I'm sitting around a fire at night, either camping or around my fire pit at home. Joe!
Oh, Joe.
That is another really nice story. It's totally George being like, hey, I'm all right.
Or being like, hey, can you give me some more of those?
Yeah, I need more of these.
Look, here's the thing.
Fucking good, dude.
I got a taste for something that I really like, and I honestly can't be continuing on in this afterlife without them.
I gotta have more Hershey Kisses. George is eating all the Hershey Kisses
you know
he can handle.
When I was in high school, my best friend Rebecca, who you know, had this. She had 2 French bulldogs. No, were they Boston Terriers? 2 Boston Terriers.
Cute.
Marty and Dexter. And Marty was the mom. And she was like a strawberry blonde.
Wow.
So she didn't look like... And then Dexter was one of her puppies that maybe had trouble during the birth. And he wasn't... he had some... I don't know how to say, like, because I don't know that he was like diagnosed with anything, but he looked and acted different, you know.
Yes,
he was very much like, I think he didn't get enough oxygen during his birth. Or something. But he really even looked different. Like he had his like snout was long and he was tall.
Yeah.
Like he didn't look like the rest.
He's a golden retriever.
Yeah.
This is my son, a golden retriever.
But one day I went over to her house after school and they were like, oh, Dexter got ate a whole bowl of Hershey Kisses.
Oh.
And they like took him to the vet or called the vet, and the vet was like, he'll be fine. Or I didn't even go there. It was like we had talked on the phone and she was like, he'll be fine because Hershey Kisses really aren't real chocolate. So I don't take this as medical advice, guys. But when I went to her house, I was like, oh, where's Dexter? And oh, he's outside. And the dog was on their back porch and she had 2 glass French doors. And it was, Dexter was jumping 8 feet in the air. He was going.
Just sugar.
He was going nuts.
That is so cute. Oh my God.
A tin and all the wrapper and
all of it. Oh my God. I remember both my dogs growing up, both Bo and Dudley. Dudley ate one of my Easter baskets when I was a kid and was totally fine. And then Bo, I think, got into some Christmas gifts and ate a bag of Harry and David truffles.
Oh.
And they both were totally fine. But they're mutts. I don't know.
Again, this is not medical advice.
No, do not. Also, my dog Bo ate a whole raw chicken one time when we were out, and it was thawing in the sink. He got up there and ate it all.
Oh, these cats for Thanksgiving one year I had made, we traditionally make a roast, and I was not going home, so I wanted to make the roast.
Yes.
And I left it out covered, just kind of sitting for a bit, and
right.
I came home and there were a bunch of bite marks in it.
It's such a cartoon. That's so funny.
Bit this roast all up, and I was like, "You little sons of mamas, son and daughter, mama, who's right next to me." Okay, she's like, "Don't touch me, Marcy.
Don't you dare touch me."
Well, I did. Jackson Galaxy says that you have to ask consent, and I am bad at with that. I kiss my cat on the mouth and she hates it. She goes,
please stop.
No,
please
so
stop.
I gotta work on that. Shall I play a new listener story?
Yes. Yes.
I assume it's new. We'll see.
Who knows?
No, you can never tell. You can never tell, and you can't judge.
Watch, it's here I am in 1995.
It's 1995. All right, you ready?
Okay, yes.
Hey, Betsy. Hey, Marcy. Hello, guest, if you have one. My name is Wally. My pronouns are they, them. And I haven't sent you guys a story yet, so this is my first one, but I love you guys so much. I hope you know that. And you guys do such great things. So here's my story. You guys were talking with Steffi Hill on the most recent episode I listened to. And we're talking about how when you think really intently about something, you can kind of conjure its energy up. With animals, for example, and I hadn't really considered that as something paranormal, but it really registered with me, because I think it happens to me quite often. So I think I'm someone who's pretty in tune with nature. I'm outside all the time. I love gardening. I work as a groundskeeper at an elementary school, so I'm outside 24/7. So these are just like some things that like popped into my head after you guys talked about that. The garden that I have with my fiance, we were sitting out there these last like few weeks and noticed that like there weren't any monarchs in our garden, and we love we are there for the pollinators. Most of our garden is like flowers and like things that are native to like attract pollinators and butterflies and whatnot. So we were sitting out there and we noticed like we hadn't gotten any monarchs this year, and like how like, you know, their population is kind of declining. They're being moved out of their like normal habitat, and I was like, man, like that really sucks. Like I love seeing them because they're so big, they're so majestic, and they're just beautiful. So I was thinking like I really miss them. Like I wish that we like would get some this year. Like we should have already gotten them. Like I don't know where they're at. And then the next day we were down there gardening and we saw five different monarch butterflies. They were all there at the same time and they were so beautiful, and I've been like seeing them more continually since then. So that's really exciting, and I just think that it's pretty cool that like I was thinking about it and then the next day they were there. So then another thing that happened like that is at work, I'm like constantly getting eaten up by mosquitoes, and I was full of it. I came home and I was like huffy and puffy and I had all these bites and I was like, oh my God, blah, 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 like complaining to my fiance. And they were like, well, like it's gonna be fine. Like summer's almost over, like they'll go away. Anyway, I was thinking like I don't know like if this is a common thing that people know, but when like an ecosystem is more balanced and like more biodiverse, a lot of times when there's like an overwhelming amount of mosquitoes, dragonflies will like be drawn to an area to like lower the population. And so I was thinking, I was like, oh, I like dragonflies, you better get your ass over here. Like I am suffering. And like a week later, I saw like 2 dragonflies at work, and then like by the end of the week, there was like a whole like swarm or colony of them, and I was like, okay, I see you. Thank you for your service. And I came home and told my fiance, and they're like, see, I told you. And then this is the last one, but at my school that I work at, there are hawks. And there's 2 of them. They have 2 separate nests. They're Cooper's hawks, and they're my friends. I love them. When I first started working there, I was really curious about them, so I made sure like I knew where their nests were. I made sure like I wouldn't like disturb them with what I was doing with my work. And I would like every morning when I would make my rounds, I would see them. I would say hello to them, and I noticed like a month ago that I hadn't seen them for a while. And I was like, well, like maybe they left. I don't know. Like I hope that they didn't leave because I love them. And so I would like make my morning rounds, and I would go visit their nest to see if they were there, and they weren't. I never saw them. And like 3 weeks later, I remember like driving to work and being like, oh, like I really miss those hawks. I wish they would come back. Like, or at least like maybe I'll see another hawk. I don't know. And I got to work and the sun was like just rising, and usually like that's when they're pretty active. They're like getting food for the day. And like the craziest thing happened. I was like really thinking about them, and then they flew over me, like, and made an X, like, crossed each other. I was like, no fucking way. There's no fucking way that just happened to me. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just noticed I was over 5 minutes, but I love you guys. That's all I have to tell you. I'm going to send you some pictures of my cats, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the spooky season and that you stay safe. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
You are like the animal summoner.
I know. They're really like a Snow White kind of like.
Truly of like, we need monarch butterflies. Boom. We need dragonflies. I didn't realize dragonflies ate mosquitoes.
Neither did I.
I need some of those in my backyard, I'll tell you what.
I love that about them. Then I didn't know that. I also on your phone I sent you some pictures of Wally.
Marcy, I'm looking at them.
Wow, these are some
cats
beautiful cats.
Oh, and they're like spooning each other and stuff.
Also, I think the tabby cat is so tiny, or the other ones are so big, it's hard to tell.
Right. Look at that little tabby.
Oh my God.
Cute.
A real life Snow White for sure.
Cute. Truly. And it feels like, because like Wally is truly like in tune with nature. It feels, works in it and everything. And it feels like all those creatures are like, you're cool.
Yeah.
You're cool. We get that vibe.
Yeah, you want to see us? We'll show you us.
We'll show you. We'll crisscross in front of you. We'll do all these cool things.
Doing like a Blue Angels little plane show.
Cool.
It made me think of, I have been seeing so many of what we would call in the South stinging caterpillars. Have you been seeing them out of your house? They're like caterpillars that they look like they're fuzzy, but they're not fuzzy. They're spiny and they're poisonous.
I saw a big one on a hike a couple of weeks ago, and I was disgusted by it.
Was it like big and it looked like it was furry, like big?
It was, yes.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes.
It's like a poisonous caterpillar.
Ew.
But I've been seeing them all over my garage, and then I've started to see them make their chrysalis.
To then turn into a butterfly?
Yeah, or a moth, depending. I don't know exactly what kind of caterpillar they are.
Ew, but cool, but ew.
I know.
Ew.
As a kid, I can remember more than once putting my hand on a tree and then it being a big old caterpillar. Oh my God, so painful.
My mom, she grew up in Pennsylvania, so East Coast, and she would tell us stories about like trees filled with cocoons. And like as a like it just being so nasty to her.
Yeah,
like,
it's gross. Yeah,
and like it's not my cup of tea.
But it is great to.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yes, keep the butterflies. I think milkweed for our other listeners. I think Wally knows what the fuck is up, but milkweed, it helps. Is something that they like, or they like. I don't know if they. Something.
What's milkweed, a plant?
It's a plant, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to make sure that it's one that's safe for your region, though. You can't just be getting any kind of milkweed.
And they sell milkweed that's not allowed in your, or not good for your region, your region? Or?
I think they will, because it's like, I know I had an old neighbor who had tropical milkweed and then found out that like you actually can't have that in Los Angeles. It's not great to have it in Los Angeles.
Oh my God. Isn't that so interesting?
I know, but we love them. We love our little insect
Did you
friends.
see that thing where it was like, stop stacking rocks and like kick them over if you see that?
Yeah, don't stack rocks in the woods or in the desert. Don't do that. Don't touch any of it. Don't mess with it.
Let's just walk through it and enjoy it and
Boy Scout rules. Leave it better than you found it.
Better than you found it. Yeah,
which doesn't mean stacking the rocks.
It's never looked cool.
At the bat caves, they do that
all the time. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Please.
Shall I read another listener story?
Yes, you shall.
Okay. Let's see. This one says, ew, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 W's.
Dear, that's nasty.
Dash, a sleep paralysis tale.
Good.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. I'm in the middle of composing an email with a bunch of paranormal stories for you, but something creepy just happened to me today, and I had to tell you my spooky queens right away.
Yes.
Okay, so I've had quite a long weekend. A cousin from Australia was visiting my family, and I live in San Diego. And as the only one under 40, I was tasked with taking her around the city the last few days.
And like Australians party, dude.
Party.
party?
They like to drink beer.
Foster's.
Foster's Australian for beer.
Simpsons. I'll have a coffee. Beer. Coffee. Beer. COF. Sorry, I love that. Oh, that episode.
Beer?
Is so good. Okay.
So she left this morning and completely exhausted. I passed out early this afternoon. Now, I used to suffer from frequent sleep paralysis as a teenager, but over the years, it's become pretty sporadic, and I can't remember the last time I had it. Years ago, if I had to guess. Also, I've never hallucinated or saw any creepy hags or shadow people when it would happen, although I did astro project once, and which was pretty cool.
Holy shit, it's pretty cool.
Anyway, cut to me asleep today. Maybe a couple hours into my extra long exhaustion nap, I start to wake up and I see my TV screen go from playing an episode of Seinfeld to "Are you still watching?" screen. I tried to move to grab my remote, but realized I was having sleep paralysis. I really wasn't thrilled about it, but I figured I'd just go back to sleep and deal with the TV later. But then I realized I could feel both of my hands being held, which is so nasty on its own, considering I was alone in my room, but it gets worse.
Ew. Also, nobody wants hands held while sleeping, even if you're like with someone and know they're next to you sleeping.
No, unless it's me holding my cat's paws. That's the only.
They
don't want it. They don't want it. But again, I have boundary issues with them.
You're their god. It's okay.
We're their god.
Yeah, they love it.
I'm holding it right now. She says
no.
Okay,
Okay.
it gets worse. This is a little hard to explain, but the hands were coming from different directions. I couldn't feel anyone laying next to me, but my right hand felt like a handhold, as if someone were laying in the same way I was and holding my thumb kind of crisscross going in the same direction. Oh, I get it, like this, sort of. Yeah. My left hand felt like someone was laying on the opposite way, was holding my hand, almost like a handshake position. Fingers pointed to each other's wrists, thumbs going in opposite direction. Then, as I become more conscious, the hands started slipping away, and I could feel them sliding down my hands, and the fingers on the left in particular, I could feel squeezing my fingers, trying to hold on until the last second.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Oh, God. It took me a while to completely come out of the paralysis, but when I did, I opened my eyes and the TV was on the "Are you still watching?" screen, so I know I was conscious enough to see that. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel like anything with bad intentions, so it wasn't scary in that sense, but the hands felt so real, and the way that they were positioned and the slipping away sensation were all such specific details for my brain to just make up.
Yes. Why?
I initially freaked out, looked around my room, and was going to get the fuck out of there, but my exhaustion eventually won out, and I just went back to sleep. She's 37 and tired. Anyway, I don't know if it was maybe my grandparents thanking me for taking my cousin out or what,
Don't
but
Don't do that, grandparents.
Nana, Papa, no.
Don't do that.
But I told it not to do that anymore because I didn't like it. I hope it listens. I hope you didn't shit your pants. Bye, Jessica. Rude little hand holders.
Rude. Don't ever do that, anybody.
No.
Come on. Just leave little wrappers of Hershey Kisses around.
Yes.
Just litter a little bit.
Oh.
Also, that is so... And the description is so
exact. I was about
perfect.
to say. Yeah. Oh.
Because it is like, if that's a mind, if that's our brain, like Jessica said, like, why would my brain think this up?
Why so specific? Like, why? Why?
Why?
Why? Don't do that.
Just like Nancy Kerrigan said. Why?
Why?
Ew, that was nasty.
Absolutely nasty.
That was a perfect ew with 7 W's.
Ew.
Okay, I got one. Listener story.
Ooh.
That's what it's called. Hey, ladies, I love your pod. Thank you. It's so much fun and gets me through my work day with great laughs and spooks. Luckily, I haven't shit my pants yet.
Thank God.
Yeah. What if there's an episode one of these days that just makes everybody shit their pants? And it's like, it like gets on the news.
Oh, man. God, we could use the press.
Yeah, maybe everybody, if you can, like, start shitting your pants on purpose and like around your office mates and stuff, and like, oh no, I just shit my pants because this is such a good podcast.
Maybe I'll start like researching sounds that make people shit themselves,
like
and I'll
that
just
brown note or whatever. It's just like, boo,
yeah, and I'll just insert it really loud when no one's expecting it.
People are crashing cars and shitting their pants constantly. Oh no!
Sorry about it. Tell a friend. Subscribe, rate, review.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, so I was really close with my grandma my whole life. I moved across country to San Francisco and knew my grandma was not in great health. One morning at about 3 a.m., I woke up hysterically crying, calling for my grandma, and I knew that she was gone.
Aww.
I tried to calm down and go back to sleep, but I just could not. About an hour later, I got a call from my mom, and I just knew my grandma had passed.
Aww.
I know it was our connection. I just felt her presence leave, and it shook me awake. Oh. A few years later, I had a dream that I had a baby boy, and I was walking around my grandma's house in my dream. I didn't know his name, and in my grandmother's kitchen, she said, "Hello, Oliver."
Oh.
A week later, I found out I was pregnant.
Whoa.
Later on, I found out it was a boy, and there he is, my little Oliver.
Oh my God.
That's wild.
That's so cool.
When he was a baby, I had a dream I heard him laughing from the other room. My grandma was in there with him, making him just crack up, and I felt so full of love. It was just a dream, but I know she was visiting him. He's now 4 years old and knows exactly who she is in pictures. He says, "Mommy, that's Grandma." When I asked him, "Is it your grandma?" he says, "No, Mommy, it's your grandma." I'm so happy that she's still in my life and in his life. She was such a fun lady with the best laugh that I've ever heard, and I'm happy that she can make my son laugh, even if it only is in a dream.
Aww.
Thanks for doing the pod, and hopefully this will warm your heart and not make you shit your pants. Thanks again, Brie. Wow, that was a heart warmer.
Absolutely.
That is so cute. That is so
cute. No, that's your grandma. That's so cute.
And just like having a dream about having a boy.
Yeah. I love also like taking the name to be like,
I do too. That's
the
such a
name.
rad move where it's like, well, great, then you're Oliver. Like,
yep,
you gotta be.
You are a little Ollie. Ollie
You're little
Oxenfree.
That's such a cute name.
Oh, I love Oliver.
Little Oliver. And Grandma's totally hanging out with Oliver. That's such a treat.
I know. I love that. I can tell Oliver's sweet.
I know.
But if he's bad, I like that too. I love a bad boy.
Marcy loves a bad boy.
I love when my cats are bad.
You do. You love it when they scratch you.
It's sick that I kind of do. Like whenever they get like a little frisky. I mean, they barely ever do it. They're so gentle, but like I scratch myself more than my cats do. See my little wound I have on my wrist right now?
Oh my God, yeah.
Just scratching myself because my cats won't. So I've been having to give Honey amoxicillin for weeks now.
Oh right. How is she?
She's a week
is she
and a
getting
half
better.
I think she's getting
How
better.
long does it last?
It's at 2 weeks, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna give it until it runs out. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, she had a little UTI.
Poor thing.
Poor little Honey.
Poor
That
thing.
my poor little Honey. All right. Shall I play a listener story?
Yes.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Here we go.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. Here's a quick one for you. So I have 4 older brothers, and one of them, like, we had bunk beds growing up, so one of them who slept on the bottom bunk would complain sometimes that he felt like something was under his bed, like kicking up to lift the mattress. And of course he would see that everyone else was like asleep in their bed. So that would freak him out. Anyway, I don't remember what he did, but he pissed me off one time, so I wanted to scare him. We're kids, so I'm talking like we're all not teenagers yet. I'm the youngest. So maybe, I'm going to say maybe he was like 9 and I was like 6 or 7. So he was playing a video game, and he was sitting, and it was nighttime, and he was sitting on his bed, the bottom bunk, and his feet were dangling off the edge. And he was really into this video game. So I had waited for him to go to the bathroom, and then I slid right under the mattress, because I was such a little kid. There wasn't that much space under there either. I slid right under, and I waited for him to come back. And then when he came back, his feet were dangling off the edge, and I started to, like, lift the mattress under him. But he was so, like, entangled in his game that he couldn't, he, like, wasn't even noticing that I was pushing up his mattress. Anyway, so I got annoyed that I wasn't able to scare my older brother, and so I just grabbed his ankles. And he immediately started screaming, and I could kind of, like, see from the edge of, underneath the bed, like, what he was doing. And as he's screaming at the top of his lungs, I feel his body tense. He's still playing his video game. So he's running his character up to a checkpoint flag so he could save his progress, and then saved it very gently, put his controller down, checked the wire, still screaming the whole time. And then he gets up and runs. But, like, the priorities here were ridiculous. Like, if something grabbed your leg, you drop everything and run. Like, he was so concerned with just making sure he saved his progress. He didn't care if there was a monster under his bed about to eat his feet. And then he got really, obviously I got in trouble, whatever. He got mad at me. He got back at me a million times. Worse in terms of scary stuff. And, like, pranks and stuff. But, yeah, and then he told me that when he was older, like as a teenager, it was just him and one other brother just in a bunk bed in their own room. But this time he was on the top bunk. He wasn't in the bottom bunk anymore. He said that he felt like his mattress was getting kicked up again, and he blamed it on my other brother. He was like, stop, like, come on, I'm trying to sleep. What are you doing? But at this point he's like, I don't know, 16, so older. And my other brother wasn't there, as it turns out. He said it was nighttime, and his mattress was lifting, and he kind of, like, did that thing where you hold onto the side of the top bunk and, like, flip your body over so you could, like, look upside down at whoever's there, and no one was there. And he told me that when he lifted his body back up to, like, sit back up, he saw this tall, like, dark, large creature, like, thick arms, thick build, just like from floor to ceiling, just standing in the corner of the room staring at him. And it was just like, it was massive, but it was a thing, like it had an outline, a perfectly dark outline. It was darker than the rest of the room. And he said that immediately he got like the same fear he would get when he was a kid. And he like pulled the blanket over his head, and then he's like, wait a second, I'm fucking 16 and I do crazy shit. Every day, like, he deals with crazy people, and, he's a bad kid. And he was just like, fuck this, what am I doing? And so he lifted it back off and, like, ran straight past the thing to turn the light on, and it was gone. Because all of a sudden he decided, like, wait a second, no, like, I ain't gonna be an adult now, I'm not afraid of you anymore. And then he said it never happened to him again. Like, nothing ever pushed up any of his mattresses. He never saw any dark thing in the corner of the room. And then he, like, gave some speech about facing your fears. And, like, the scariest thing in this world are humans. Like, these guys, whatever they are, if they are, they can't really do shit to you. Are you going to stand in the corner of the room? Like, do something. Like, let's not threaten them. Let's let's not test them, brother. But I just thought that was a cool story, because I do remember how like scared he would be about it. And it's so nice to hear someone like face their fears and like come out on top. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and don't shit your pants.
I love the like rousing speech about facing your fears.
I do too. That is so funny. I'm just like, I fucking did it, man. And that thing is gone and never kicks my bed again. Also, the whole like hiding under the bed with the video game, like, and him not stopping the video game, it was reminding me of like, that's something Mono would do. Like something so scary would be happening to Mono, and he would still have to be like, well, let me save my video game. Like, sorry, I'm talking about Mono Gappian. He's on an episode.
I feel like everyone has to know Mono, right?
Everybody better know Mono.
You better get to know Mono.
Because
you need to know your enemy.
Yeah, you got to keep your enemies close. Wow, that was delightful.
That was really great. Also, just like a lifetime of someone kicking your... It almost feels like the bunk bed ghost is a bit of a bully.
Totally. And then like finally it stood up to it and was like, whoa, you're cool, kid. On to the next bunk bed to hit.
I'm a big scary creature. And
maybe that's... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't know what.
No, what were you going to say?
And I'm standing in the corner.
Perfect.
Maybe pretty
that's like their
comedy
job.
gold, I was going to say.
Like maybe that's their job is like, I'm a bunk bed ghost. I go and kick it until
like
a kid...
real monsters?
Like all real monsters. Like I'm here to help kids stand up to their fears. Yes, this kid finally did it. On to the next bunk bed, dude.
Oh. Is that what All Real Monsters is about, though?
I can't remember.
I feel like I was a little old.
I think it was like right past my time of... So kind of like, well, Monsters, Inc.?
Yeah.
But
wait, let's see.
They're not there to teach lessons. They just want to steal screams, right?
Yeah. So, okay, Real Monsters are 3 young monsters who are supposed to learn the art of scaring.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Great.
Monsters, Inc., they're trying to use the scares for energy, right?
Right.
Well, we got a new show on our hands called... Big Old Bullies.
Big old bunk bed bullies. That's pretty good. Big old bunk bed bullies.
Or is it Big Old Ghoulies?
Big old bunk bed ghoulies.
Big old bunk bed ghoulies.
Ghoulies. Where we're like, it's ghouls plus bullies combined.
Ghoulies.
Big old bunk bed bully ghost.
Billy
AKA
Ghost Gruff.
Ghoulies. Gruff. I think that's what people really want is a very long title.
See, the reason why Betsy and I are great at working together is we spend time on the important things.
We really do. Thinking of the name for a show that's not we're not making.
Work on. We will not work on.
No, I don't want to make that show.
I'm not going to do that. All right, I'm going to read another one.
Okay, yes.
This one is entitled Local Spooky Story and Scary Dream.
Fun.
Have you ever noticed, Betsy, that there's a lot of S's in spooky stuff and in scary stories and possession?
No, I've never noticed that, but there are a lot of S's.
You know what? I don't think I've got any other examples.
I almost, Marcy, just so you know, I almost was like, apparition. Like, there's no S in that.
Well, that's an S sound, so.
S sound, a lot of S sounds. I mean, yeah, spooky, scary,
Scream.
Possession. That's good.
Satan. Demons.
Yeah.
Shadow people. Okay, maybe it's just one of the more honestly, S is just kind of if you ever watch what is it, Wheel of Fortune, like they give you R, S, T, and L. Yeah. Because those are the most common letters. So I guess I've said nothing and just have wasted time. Okay. Local spooky story and scary dream. I ain't stupid.
I mean, and that one had three. That title had 3 S's.
Yeah, but
So
then
that's a lot of S's.
But it also had a lot more O's. No, it had 4 O's. Got
Ooh, and O's are spooky too.
We got
like boo.
4 A's.
Okay.
3 R's. Okay, all right. My dumbness is wasting so much time. All right. Hey, funny feeling gals and esteemed guest. Love the podcast. Just started binging it a couple weeks after finishing BCC and have a lot to catch up on.
Nice.
Our Bigfoot Collector Club brothers.
Brothers.
I recently had a scary dream. In my dream, there was a giant humanoid monster chasing me. Ooh.
Ew.
I'm pretty sure it was like a centaur, but it had a spider body instead of a horse body.
Ew.
It was hyper intelligent and kept knowing exactly where I was running to, and I was struggling to get away.
Awful.
Then suddenly at one point, it stopped. I heard it mutter something, and all I heard was the word dream. It started looking all around and up at the sky and then ran off in a different direction. After that, I woke up in a panic. I almost immediately realized what had happened. Somehow the monster in my dream became lucid as it was chasing me and realized it was part of my dream.
Whoa, wait, what the fuck? What?
I think it was trying to figure out a way to break out of my dream so it could find me in the real world and finish the job.
No.
I didn't know it's even possible for an NPC in a dream to become lucid and start thinking for itself. I'm a bit scared to go back to sleep now. Hopefully it doesn't show up again. Thanks for the awesome podcast. Keep up the fantastic work, Corey.
I have never heard of anything like that. That is so
fucked.
scary.
Oh my God. Or maybe you were in this in the monster's dream. Yeah.
That is so scary.
Yeah. Oh,
Ew.
man.
Ew, that really got me good.
Damn, that's scary.
Because usually it's just you who realizes you're in the dream, man. You know?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Nasty.
Oof. Nasty.
Oh, that's nasties.
That is nasty.
Yeah.
Should I read one more?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. This is entitled My Most Recent Paranormal Experience. Hey, Betsy and Marcy. Firstly, I am a huge fan of you both. I just wanted to say that right away. Thank you.
Thank you.
My best friend Lisa introduced me to your show and mentioned that I should share what's been happening with me recently. I am someone who is very in touch with spirits and ghosts. I've been seeing / feeling them since I was a child.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You know, there we go. That's
make
nice.
it big.
On September 1st, 2023, I was in a terrible car accident.
Damn.
My car was totaled. I was sent to the hospital. I was making a left-hand turn and the light turned red and I had to clear the intersection and a van blew through the red and slammed into my car while speeding, sending my car into the guardrail and backwards into a ditch. It was a whole thing.
God.
That is so scary. Good God. Every single cop, paramedic, bystander, my partner, etc., everyone said I shouldn't have walked away from this accident.
Wow.
It's a miracle that I did. It's also a miracle that my injuries weren't serious. Minor concussion, bruises, cuts, some whiplash. I was still in a ton of pain, but no broken bones, no internal bleeding, no damage to any organs. Oh my God. Once the pain passed after the first week, which sucked, it was excruciating, I can only imagine. I thought I was over the hill. I started physio to help with my muscles, and I could turn my neck fully, which was wonderful. Except this is where the shift happened. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Once the pain left, something came back in its place. I started having insomnia, which isn't new for me. I'm on medication to help with it. Not a sedative, but something stronger than melatonin, so I still have a clear mind. It stopped working. I started getting panic attacks as I tried to sleep that would come on fast with no warning. I've had panic attacks before, but not like this.
That's terrible.
Oh my, this is nuts. I started becoming scared of my apartment. I live in a high rise on the 9th floor in a safe building for over 2 years. I would turn off the lights and suddenly get overwhelmed and would feel like something was sitting on my chest, pushing all my air out of my lungs. Oh my God, something in the darkness of my apartment would be there. It would watch me, wait for me. I would hysterically cry, have these new fun panic attacks, turning on all the lights of my small one bedroom to make sure no one was there, and no one was there. But the second darkness would roll in, it would be there. Oh my, this is so scary.
Really scary.
Waiting for me to close my eyes and fall asleep. I have never felt a terror like this in my life. I feel like if this were a movie, I'd be getting locked up in an insane asylum because it truly feels like I'm losing my mind. Oh man, this is so scary. It's all consuming. I would maybe get an hour or two of sleep as the sun was coming up, but it hasn't been much more than that. I've been sleeping with the lights on, which sucks because I'm hella poor and hydro ain't cheap. But it's the only way I feel safe, and somehow it's not enough. There is something with me in my apartment now, waiting for me. It's September 14th now, 2 weeks since my accident, and it hasn't stopped. Last night, I felt it grab my sheets. I felt it touch my ankle. I could feel its breath on my face. To say I'm scared is an understatement, and the fact that it's still happening and somehow getting closer to me makes me frozen in fear. I'm living in a constant state of panic and dread. Even now, as I type this out, I can feel my heart rate rise like it somehow knows I'm talking about it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I keep telling myself that this is part of PTSD, and I'm still in shock. That this kind of thing is just par for the course, and it probably is, but I don't know anymore. I try to make light of it and joke that I'm just just living in a Final Destination film, but it's no longer feeling like a joke. Anyway, that's been my most recent tale, and it's still going on, and it's still ongoing. I'm sure you have heard crazier things. I'm sure from the outside it's easily explainable. I just wanted to tell it while it was still going on. I'm no stranger to paranormal, spiritual, otherworldly events happening to me. Even last year, something followed me from a seance. One of those, it's Halloween time, and for a price, anyone and their kids can go to a seance twice a day for the next 3 weeks in a place that is totally haunted, wink, wink, that gimmicky kind of shit that sells this time of year. And annoyed me for a while in my apartment. It was like living with a cat that would just knock shit off my desk or open my balcony door for no reason. But this is new. This is something that scares me. Have yourself an amazing day. And once again, I adore you both. Your podcast rocks. Allie, she, her.
Damn.
Marcy, what's going on?
I mean, I hope that if it is partially PTSD, that by now, as we're reading it from September to April, that Allie's better and that has subsided. I could see Wilma. She yelled at us.
Sorry.
She
Somebody
said,
walked my...
What are you guys doing?
What are you doing? Talking about spooky stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I hope it's all over. Well, Wilma.
It's
You're
okay.
just getting lemons. Just a neighbor getting some lemons.
I could see how a near-death experience could possibly open you up to something. And I could also see that like PTSD, depression, anxiety could also, make you feel that way too.
Right. The panic attack. Like,
that's terrible.
oh, that is so, so scary. And like, yeah, it is interesting of like, has similar things happen to people after like a really big life, being in an accident where everybody's like, I don't know how you got out of it. That is so scary, and it's life-changing.
Yeah.
And it's hard to understand how, or, if we're not in their shoe, like, it's life-changing.
And, like, sometimes it's hard to understand PTSD because it can happen, like, later. Like,
yeah.
I've personally experienced, like, delayed PTSD. Like when I was robbed. And there are also, I've heard like mediums say like some theories that that sometimes entities like to mess with people who are having mental struggles because they're more susceptible.
Totally. I feel we've heard stories for sure. A lot of times it's like, oh, I went through this thing, or I was going through this thing.
Like addiction, addicts, that kind of stuff, and mental issues, or, that you're just not able. And so it could be a twofer of, there's some real PTSD there that is causing anxiety and depression. And then there could be an entity that's trying to take hold of that. Right.
Because they were saying that they have a lot of experiences and have always kind of been sensitive to this. So maybe it is, a 2-for-1 of like, ooh, you're going through something and I'm a creepy entity. I'm globbing on.
I will say this. My PTSD led to me getting on medication for the first time in my life for my depression and stuff. And it's been the best change in my entire fucking life. So
hell yeah, dude.
I hope you're doing better. And if you're not, I would say you can get a recommendation for a psychiatrist. GPs are great and they'll try, but going to a psychiatrist, a good psychiatrist, you can't, there's no good substitute for that. So,
right. Especially to figure out what medicines help you.
Yeah. Oh, and because there's so many different kinds, and everyone reacts so differently to them.
Yeah.
So I tried like 5 different ones before I landed.
Right.
So I hope you're feeling better, and if not, go get the medical stuff, because I think it could. It's not that it's not discounting your experiences, but it could be exacerbating your susceptibility to the experience.
Right. God, that is so scary.
Yeah.
It's so not fair. It's like, come on. Allie just went through a shitty, horrifying thing, and now this is, come on.
Maybe, but
fuck, man.
Like for me though, maybe this is leading to something way better. So
true. Yeah, that's true.
We can always. Like my psychiatrist said, my first one said, pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice.
Oh, I like that.
I don't know if it's like worldwide applicable. And he didn't come up with it himself. It wasn't an original quote. So I know it's attributed to someone else. I don't remember, but don't come at me about that. Everyone can look it up. All right.
Please just look it up.
Please don't get mad at me. I told you I'm fragile mentally. I already told you I'm on medication, guys. You got to be nice.
Please just look it up.
Please.
Come on.
All right.
Please.
These have been great.
Wow. Yes, we hit every single thing. Nice, horrifying, upsetting.
All my favorite things.
Yeah, I needed to feel every single emotion today, so that's nice. Feel
horrified and nice.
Yeah, I needed all that.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all so much.
And hey, if you hit over 5 minutes, that is okay. It's when we get past the 10-minute mark that it's very hard for us to find time to squeeze it in. But if it's longer, go give it a shot. I'm not going to be strict because honestly, we haven't had a guest in a while. We will again, but
we will. But we're working on it.
I mean, we're not working on it, but we have great plans to try.
We have awesome plans to try to start working on it.
And by plans, we mean just what we just said.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants!
That was a HeadGum podcast.